Good afternoon. Welcome to the general session portion of the 2019 NYSAR Fall Business Meetings. Thank you so much for your time and effort to help guide New York State Association. If you don't know me by now, my name is Moses Seuram and I'm your 2019 president. Allow me now to introduce my 2019 leadership. My President-elect, Jennifer Stevenson. My Secretary-Treasurer, David Lagaz. Thank you, Jennifer and David, for your support and your guidance this year. All that NYSAR has accomplished in 2019 is because we function as a team for our members' benefit. I want to also recognize CJ Del Vecchio, our fabulous 2018 president. CJ? Will the 2019 regional vice president who are with us this afternoon please rise as I call your name and be recognized. From the Capital Region, Joel Cavell. From the Central Region, Don Radke. From the Genesee Region, Tony Connors. From the Lower Hudson Region, Christine Jones. From the Metro Region, Laird Klein. From the Southern Tier, Lindsay Hart. Unable to be here today are the Adirondack Region Vice President Steve LaBombard and the Western Region Vice President Joe Revolino. How about a round of applause for them, for Joe and Steve? You all did a wonderful job this year, and I really appreciate the warm welcome that my team and I received at every event. I also want to recognize the 2018 NYSAR Realtor of the Year, Marie Bettini from Greater Capital Board. Marie, you are a more than deserving person to receive NYSAR highest honor. Thank you for your service to the Realtor family. Last but certainly not least, will the NYSAR past president please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your ongoing service to NYSAR. My theme for 2019 has been bridging the gap. My goal has been to help every member turn opportunity into experience. In this way, every member can achieve their full potential as volunteers. The highlight of my theme this year was the inauguration of NYSAR's Realtor Care Week. For the first time ever, several local boards organized volunteers and helped one of our own. Very sensitive mic. Local boards and associations across New York State were encouraged to coordinate a project in their community that specifically targeted eligible realtor members who needed minor home improvements. The Mohawk Valley Association of Realtors chose to work on Linda Kuznier's home in Yorkville on June 19. Kuznier, who became a realtor 16 years ago, has been unable to keep up with the exterior maintenance of her home since her husband suffered a stroke in 2005. The following day, the Ulster County Board of Realtors came together to help beautify the exterior of Blanco Aponte's property in Saugerties. Community Service Committee Chair Sheena Lepez said the boards chose Aponte because of everything she has done for them. Sheena reported that Blanca had knee surgery and isn't getting around as easy as she was before, and we wanted to thank her for all that she's done for the board. It feels good to come together and help others. We have a short video to share with you today.
NYSAR President Moses Seuram's Realtor Care Week started off with a bang.
Just amazing to see so many realtors. They could be in high heels and those gals know how to, whip a hammer out and get the job done.
Yeah, it feels good. Who doesn't want to spend a day gardening and helping out somebody else who needs it, and just putting business aside for a few hours.
Agents from the Mohawk Valley Association of Realtors and the Ulster County Board of Realtors took part in the effort to beautify their community and help some of their fellow members.
This is one day where we have an opportunity to all work together for the common good and to help one of their fellow members. So I hope that feeling of goodwill spills over into other initiatives that we're able to do.
It's just to show all the members what it means helping each other. And helping each other means not only coming to someone's house, but also when it's a listing, when it's a buyer, when it's a seller, working together.
My goal as president was bridging the gap and getting realtors together, just not by themselves, but also in the community. And this was a great example of trying to get people together, work together, get to know one another, and at the end of the day, it's for a good cause, helping another realtor or someone in the community that's struggling, can't do, simple work on their home, and that's where we came in to fill the gap.
Realtors chipped in with planting, cleaning, landscaping, painting, and more, all to help out one of their own.
NYSAR has helped out a lot by allowing us to have this grant to put this money towards helping out another member. We do a lot for the community, but a lot of times we don't do as much for our group of people. It's a good thing that we're able to do that right now.
I'm the kind of girl that I love doing this stuff. My car is loaded with tools. It's really why I became a realtor, because I can envision things and see things, and I'm always doing projects in my own homes. I have an investment property I'm working on right now, so I'm like hands-on loving it.
We wanted to help Blanca Aponte because she's had recent knee surgeries and isn't getting around quite as much as she used to, and she's done so much for the board and for many, many years organized all our caravans. So we're going to be helping her out with some landscaping, weeding, pruning, and making our house beautiful.
And if you ask those who were part of it, Realtor Care Week was a success.
Well, it's things I don't have to worry about doing now. My husband can't do it, so this is wonderful. See, he had a stroke 14 years ago. It's a wonderful thing that they're doing. I've been so excited since I got the call that I received this. I can't believe it. It's a wonderful group.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous gift. I'm just recovering at a year and a half of medical kind of leave, so I've just been sitting watching everything grow, feeling kind of helpless. It's great to have all the plaques and the awards, that are hanging in an area, but this is actually beautifying my property and really lifting my spirits when I leave and when I come home.
I think it's one of the best ideas I've ever seen by NYSAR, is that actually agents helping agents. And hopefully we'll do more of those.
And thank you to all the volunteers who made this week so successful. And thank you, Ali, man. We couldn't have done it without you. Your 2020 President, Jennifer Stevenson, will carry forward the Realtor Care Week during her administration next year. I urge every local board to be a participant. As is often the case, the most noteworthy matter to report is when we meet at Turning Stone involve the legislative efforts. We have experienced the full force of the New York political order in Albany this year. As you may know, all three of the State legislative leaders are from the same party for the first time in many years. The last time we faced this situation, one of the House was in such political chaos that a cohesive legislative program did not materialize. The following election cycle, Albany returned to a two-party system until the 2018 election. This new order has allowed a long-stalled proposal under the two-party ruling system to finally move forward. For us, the most noteworthy new law extended, enhanced, and expanded rent control to benefit tenants. Although we may have lost this fight for now, we have not given up the war. There will be legal and legislative challenges to the new law, and you can rest assured that NYSAR will be at the forefront of these efforts. There was good news for us coming out of this year's legislative session. A bill at NYSAR helped develop and promote professionalism in our industry, passed both House and awaits Governor Cuomo's review. If approved by the governor, the new law will require 2 hours of classwork on ethical business practices and 1 hour of legal updates as part of every licensee CE duty. These are not additional hours of CE. They will include in the 22.5 hours we currently must accomplish. We must be prepared to accept the fact that fight against our industry in Albany has only begun in 2019. The 2020 legislative session is likely to include more challenges for our legislative and political staff and volunteers. NYSAR anticipates multiple legislation and political battles in the coming year, including local rent control outside of New York City and the following: good cause eviction. This legislation would restrict the ability of landlords to evict tenants and impose an annual rent increase limitation of 1.5 times the CPI for most market rate units across the state. Cease and desist. Separate bills have been introduced to impose cease and desist order for the real estate solicitation in the entire borough of Brooklyn and Queens. Flip tax in New York City. This legislation would impose taxes of 15% and 10% for properties purchased and sold in New York City within a 1 and 2 year respectively. I'll conclude by updating you on 2 other major projects. First, we are well on our way to rebuilding the NYSAR website. In addition to more targeted content and better navigation capabilities, the new site will be mobile friendly. And second, at long last, we have navigated the government red tape, and soon NYSAR members will be able to obtain the realtor license plate that contains the traditional Block R. Stay tuned for more details. A special shout out to Marcia Clark from Brooklyn for getting this on the past 2 years.